Okay, so this episode is going to help any woman that is having, whoever has a bad body day or ever feels like they compare themselves or judge themselves or just have a bad relationship with your body. This is going to help you change your perspective on how you look. Hey, gorgeous. Welcome to Sunshine and Rosie, your new favorite cozy nook where we're going to talk everything from spiritual growth, cultivating a positive mindset, to discussing all the juiciness that this world has to offer. Basically, I want to show you how incredibly fascinating you are as a human and give you all my nuggets so that you can confidently embody your most chaotically beautiful self. So, no matter what shitstorm the world is throwing at you, know that I'll always be that little sunshine in your pocket. God, that's so cheesy. Right. And again, this came from a run that I did this morning. I think last week I made the episode after my run as well, so maybe there's something there. It's also very fitting because I feel like a piece of shit right now. And I don't know how many times I've changed my top or not wanted to do this. But it's fitting because it's the exact topic we're going to dive into. So, something I've always liked to do with healing my own body, and this is a kind of an exercise that I do when it comes to healing my own body and healing the relationship I had with my body and going from somebody who couldn't look at herself in the mirror to absolutely loving every inch of my body. So this morning I woke up and yesterday I probably had one of the worst PMS days. Okay, absolutely. I haven't had one like that in years. And I was like curled in the fetal position in my own apartment and I was like, oh my God, I'm alone. I don't have anybody that I don't have family that can just come over and see me in a heap and just look after me. Thought I was going to die alone in my apartment, but my neighbor ended up giving me. I ended up texting my neighbor, and she was home, and she ended up having painkillers, and she saved my life. So fantastic! But anyway, this is just a little bit of to lead up to this exercise. So then I woke up this morning. Yesterday I was just like sloth, didn't do much. Woke up this morning and then I was still feeling heavy. Like I woke up heavier. My body was kind of like drained from like not really being able to sleep because I was just in and out of like tossing and turning in pain the last 2 nights. But then I had to do a 15K run. Again, I'm training for half marathon. So I was meant to do it yesterday. I had to do it today. And I was like, the more I delay it now, it's just gonna it's only gonna seem like a harder task to do. And I also think my period's going to come when I'm actually doing the half marathon. So it's very good to just get this training in while I'm at this time. Anyway, I get up, I do the 15K. I'm running. It's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And again, I have all my little techniques and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I'm on this run. It's going to be an hour and a half roughly. So while I'm running, I'm just acknowledging firstly how proud I am of my body because I'm like, holy shit, this is actually not that bad, running along. And I'm just observing all the women. And this is something that, well, I was observing everyone, but mostly women. This is something that I have to recommend everybody does. Everybody does. Whatever gender you are, but like, especially women, because society makes us believe that we all need to be stick thin. This Ozempic and fucking skinny talk and all these things now to like try and get you to be as small and as malnourished and to take up as little space as possible. When in actual fact, that's an unrealistic size. Not everybody looks like that, nor the people that do look like that are actually not very healthy. And it's just unrealistic and it puts all this fucking pressure on us to like constantly be losing weight and getting into this tiny little shape. And so what I like to do when I'm having bad body days, when I'm feeling shitty about my body, I just go and observe other women. And what I mean by this is you're not judging them, you're not comparing yourself to them, you're not sexualizing them, you are admiring them. You are looking at them like they're a fucking piece of art because they are. We are the woman's body. A second for the woman's body because holy shit, the woman's body is probably the most beautiful thing on this earth. Like, look at paintings from years and years ago. The woman's body was literal art. But like, if you look at a woman's body, It is fucking beautiful. And that's what I did this morning on my run. I was running along and I was just observing all the women that I saw, from old women to young women to big women to small women, thick thighs and tiny waists and thick waists and big titties and small titties and jiggly thighs when people were exercising, and wrinkles and all different colors of skin and everything. And it was just this array of variety of fucking beautiful women, beautiful bodies. And every single one of them was so fucking gorgeous. And even just seeing them exercise, like seeing a body jiggle, like it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. um And I was just observing it all and seeing women wearing clothes then that like looked like it was made for their figure. You know, big women wearing bold colors. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm not seeing his shape or his size. I'm just seeing pure beauty. And like this is probably what energized me and kept me going on the run, because I was just, every time I saw another woman's body, I was like, oh my God, look at long torsos, short torsos, like the different shapes and varieties, and how like a completely different body suits someone so well, and like everyone's so unique. And it's just like, it's so beautiful to not only just be able to just see and witness real bodies. This is the thing. Because the shit that we see online is all photoshopped and edited and filters and people on Ozempic and lying and all this bullshit. All this bullshit I can't get over the amount of videos that I've seen in the last week or so of how fucking scary it is out there now. With AI and everything, I've seen people put extra weights on their RDLs, which is a gym lift, but putting extra weights, like photoshopping or AIing extra weights on them, so it looks like they're doing like a 70 kg squat, and they're tiny. I'm like, there's not a hope in hell. Your form is awful, and there's no way in hell you can lift that. And it's just promoting this like tiny frail frame that they can still be strong. That's a side note, but there's just so much bullshit out there online. And if you literally spent your day online, you would fucking hate the skin you're in, because you would think it would have to look a certain way. And it's miserable. It's just you causing yourself misery. And half the shit you see online, more than half the shit you see online, is all bullshit and fake and edited. But when you go out into the real world and you see real bodies, and change the lens you look at them through. Like, instead of looking at them and be like, oh, I wish I had her ass, or I wish my legs were as small as hers, or I wish I had whatever. This comparison and this judging, or oh my gosh, look at her, like I can't believe she's wearing that, whatever size she is. This bullshit, the dirt, the toxic shit that comes out of our mouths. When you can change the lens and you're not judging, and you're not comparing yourself to them, and you're not sexualizing them, and you're just looking at the body as a work of art, because that's what it is. You are a work of art. The woman's body is one of the most beautiful things on this earth, and I've said that already, but like, it just is. It's so beautiful. It's curvy, it's soft, it's strong, it jiggles, it takes shape. And then to notice that and see that and observe that and see so many other women that, like, you're broadening your horizon, you're realizing that, oh, okay, wait, none of these are the same. Not one body has I passed look the same. They're all so uniquely different. And every single one of them is beautiful, because the lens I'm looking at is that they're all just art. And every single one of them is beautiful. And every single one of them is designing their own piece of art, you know, with the clothes that you wear. Like, imagine waking up and realizing, oh my God, I'm a fucking piece of art. Look at this body that's been carved by the gods. How beautiful this body is. Oh my God, I get to style it. I get to put clothes on it. I get to dress it up and decorate it and make it even look more fucking beautiful. That's exciting. That's fun. Now let's go find clothes that just fit my body perfectly, that look so good on me, on my shape, rather than trying to squeeze yourself into a number on a pair of jeans just because apparently we're all size 8s now, or whatever the fuck it is. Clothes are meant to fit you. You're not meant to fit the clothes. And like, just because something's trendy and shit right now doesn't mean you need to go out and buy it. Buy clothes that look good on you, that feel good on you, that accentuate the curves and the shape that you have. Like, fucking play with it. And that's what I was noticing today. I was passing so many women, and there was, little old woman running faster than me. And I was like, as soon as she passed me, I was like, fuck, bro, don't you complain, you know? But then I passed another woman, and she was like, maybe, I'm going to say she was like in her 40s, but she was wearing this cute little two-piece set, and she just looked adorable. And you could tell that she like put effort into her little outfit before she went out today. And I was just like, you're adorable. Passing women, like big, beautiful women with these flowy dresses that literally they looked like goddesses. Like the dress was just perfectly flowing on them. What it just worked with every shape and curve and juicy little element of their body. And I was just like, oh, these women know what's up. These women know how to work with that beautiful masterpiece that they have and how to decorate it. And it was incredible. And it just brought me so much joy to just see so many different women, so many different shapes, so many people not giving a shit and wearing the bold colors and dressing up and putting effort into how they look. Um, and it was, yeah, it's an exercise that I highly recommend every woman does at some point. This is something I used to do heavily when I was in Budapest as well, was noticing that like the body that I was judging, my body, when I would look in the mirror and all these negative thoughts would come in about this and you have to fix that and oh my god, you've this and blah blah blah, and just picking myself apart. An exercise I always did, and another one I highly recommend, is I cut my head off. Not obviously not literally, but like in my reflection. I was standing in front of the mirror one night and I was in my little bra knickers. And I was looking at myself and I was just like nasty thoughts, nasty thoughts. And I was like, bro, why? Why are we so nasty? So then I was trying to think of like nicer thoughts that I could, you always level up a little bit. You don't go from like, oh my God, I'm a fucking ugly little bitch to, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. Because it's going to be hard to believe that I'm beautiful after you just spent your life believing the negative one. So you find like a little neutral middle ground. So I was finding like going through my body and I was appreciating each body part and what each body part does rather than how it looks. And then I did this thing where I like chopped my head off in my reflection. So from my viewpoint, all I could see was from my neck down. I couldn't see my face. And it was this incredible thing that happened because as soon as my face was taken off my body, as soon as my person was taken away from my body, I remember looking at my body and being like, holy shit, holy shit. Why what I saw it as a body. I just saw it as a body. It wasn't my body. It was just a body, a woman's body. And I was like, "Oh my god. If I saw this woman's body in anywhere, I'd be like, that's a fucking beautiful body. Like look at that body. That's a gorgeous body. I have seen bodies similar to this size so many times and I'm always like, "Holy shit, that's a fucking gorgeous body." And it was this whole thing that was like, how when I look at my body and not my head, I'm able to see it as this beautiful, glorious masterpiece, feminine body. But as soon as my head came into the picture, it was nasty, 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 nasty. And that was a realization when I was like, oh, holy shit. It is really just the thoughts in my head. I just need to work on those and we'll get to a good place. But after that whole exercise, I was not able to, I stopped being nasty to my body. I really did that exercise, and it's one that I've walked clients through as well. It's like it just completely shifted my perspective in some way to be like, holy shit, the only thing that made me think nasty was my head when my head came into the picture. Um and that's an exercise I often do if I'm having a body image day, or if I'm feeling shitty or blah blah blah. I'll go up to the mirror and I'll chop my head off and I will look at my body and I'm like, this is a beautiful body. This is a beautiful body. And I'm able to like, it just takes the, actually, I haven't had to do that in a while now because I've built such an incredible relationship with my body, but I would have done this. But going back to just going out and looking at women's bodies and knowing and noticing that the amount of variety and beauty of bodies that are out there, that it's not all this tiny skinny frail frames, like women, ladies, listen up. The reason that, and you should know this by now, but anyway, the reason that media and capitalism and society and all of this push this tiny fucking frail image of the perfect size woman is because they want us small, they want us weak, they want us malnourished, they want us so fucking mentally constantly thinking about food and our size that we don't do anything else. It keeps you in that constant loop of you're not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I need to be smaller. And you get so fucking consumed by the food noise and everything and dieting and everything that it keeps you completely distracted from doing anything else. And it keeps us weak and it keeps us small and it keeps us taking up less space. That is literally why this narrative is pushed. And also because they want us all looking like fucking teenagers. We won't go down that rabbit hole. But that is just the narrative that is pushed. And you see it all over social media because they can control that shit and it's easy to see all that online. Like online is so fucking fake. But when you go out into the real world and you actually witness what's out there in the real world, go around where you are and see what is around you in terms of bodies and how beautiful they are. And you look at them from a lens of just witnessing admiration. And notice the thoughts that go on your head when you're looking at other women's bodies from that lens. Because you'll only see beauty. You can't not see beauty. You really can't. Even like, I saw the cutest, it was an old couple. It was an old couple. But he was walking, I'm pretty sure they must have been a couple because they were just too adorable. But he was walking ahead of her and like, it's pretty hot here. But he had like a little suit jacket on and a cute little hat. And like, you couldn't see her because she was so tiny. She was behind him, but as I ran past him, then you kind of noticed her and she was this tiny, oh my God, she was about 4 foot, little old woman. She had the cutest hand knitted little woolly beanie on and a jacket that was way too big for her on, and she was walking at like a snail's pace. They were both walking at snail's pace, but she was just the cutest little woman. Like I wanted to pick her up and like turn her into a little souvenir. Like she was so adorable. I know that sounds a bit creepy, but she was just so cute. And like that, she was beautiful. Like you could just see like a life that was lived through her. Oh, it was just so beautiful. Anyway, something you have to do. I highly recommend it because there's so many beautiful bodies out there, and also I fucking loved seeing it. I loved seeing so many different women. Like it was so breathtaking to be like, oh my God, look how different. Every single body here is different. Everybody. I haven't passed anybody that looks similar to the last. You know, they all are so different. And they're all so beautiful in their own way. And like, imagine if we all looked the same. How fucking boring would that be if everyone looked the same? Imagine if everyone dressed the same. And that's the thing with like when clothes come into fashion and then everyone starts wearing the same shit. No, appreciate your body so much. See your body as a fucking work of art and then go out and understand and realize that you get to design that art. You get to dress it up. Go find the clothes that fucking were made for your body, you know? And just even pulling it all back because it just gave me such appreciation for how incredible the woman's body is because yesterday I thought I was going to die alone in my apartment. And then this morning I woke up and I went for a 15K run, the longest run I've ever ran. And it was actually okay. Like, there was no real major point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I've had hit points like that after a 5K. But it was, I mean, watching the women and just listening to good music and all of that really put me in high spirits, because I was just like, I love that. I love like feeding off each other people's energies and just seeing all the joy and stuff. But it also just made me so appreciative of my body, because my headphones did die on like 11 kilometers in, and I, running without music to me is like fucking, you might as well be stabbing me in the chest. But to be able to get to the 15K mark then and been like, holy shit, this body that was bleeding out yesterday, this body that's still bleeding, is capable of doing that. And like, imagine if I woke up this morning, because an old version of me would have done this. Imagine if I woke up this morning, hopped on the scales, saw that it was up so much, and not understanding that it's just water. And imagine if I allowed that number on the scales to dictate how I felt in my body today. I wouldn't have gone for that run. I would have felt like a bag of shit. And I wouldn't have known how capable my body is, you know? Because it's not the appearance of your body that determines what it's capable of. It's so capable of stuff, or how it experiences things. You know, there's so much more to just a body than how it looks. But when you do look at it from the lens of art, you notice how fucking beautiful every body is. Anyway, it's an exercise I believe every woman should do. I think everybody should do this anyway. Like guys as well that are going through stages of like just not feeling good enough. I'm comparing to shit online. If you're comparing to anybody, if you're comparing to online shit is all edited and it's fake and it's not realistic, and it's like a low percentage of people. Like, if you are having a bad mental health day, I always recommend this for anything anyway. Go and people watch. Go and see the world. Broaden your horizon. Allow your mind to take in fucking evidence that's in front of you that counteracts and contradicts all those bullshit thoughts that you have in your head. That's how you heal. But you have to look at it from a lens of witnessing and admiration. You cannot judge or compare to other people, because that's just feeding the negative spirals in your head. Anyway, ladies, you are a work of fucking art. You are a masterpiece. If you need to be reminded of that, go back and look at art from back in the days and how women's bodies were just beautifully betrayed. Betrayed? Poor, no. Portrayed. Oh, I can't say that word. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And realize how exciting it is for you to go and do up that piece of art in what you wear, in how you express yourself. Like, be the woman that people pass and are like, oh, wow, she's a piece of art, you know? And that can be as big and bold and extra as you want it to be, or it can be as soft and quiet and whatever, cute. Either way, be the woman that walks past people and people are like, oh, wow, she's a piece of art. And do you know how you do that? You have to believe that yourself. There's no trick in here. You just need to, you believe that yourself, and just let everything else run its course. But yeah. Anyway. I also, if you do this exercise, come back and tell me, because I love when people tell me that they've got something from it, okay? And if you like this episode, this podcast, give me 5 stars, because it helps. And I think I'm starting to grow this a little bit more. So yeah. Anyway, okay. Anything else that I want to say? No. Just that you're beautiful. You are a piece of art. Don't forget it. Okay. Love you. Bye. Thanks so much for taking the time to dive into my brain with me. If any of this resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts. DM me, share it with a friend, like, subscribe, leave a review. Do all those juicy little things that help me reach more beautiful souls. And remember, you are chaotically beautiful, and that's all you ever need to be. I love you. I'm proud of you. And until next time, keep shining and stay rosy.